So, Dr. Fate's mystical helmet goes missing at the end of Black Adam. Now the huge question is, where did it disappear to and why? If you want to find out what the helmet's disappearance really means, then you'll have to watch this video to the end. I'll also be discussing the trick Fate borrowed from Iron Man, as well as the success of the Black Adam movie so far. What you need to know. In the last moments of Black Adam, Kent Nelson, also known as Dr. Fate, dies, and his helmet dissipates into nothingness. In the film, Pierce Brosnan plays Kent, a sorcerer and founding member of the Justice Society, who is charged by Task Force X leader Amanda Waller with eliminating the new metahuman Black Adam. Black Adam ends on a tragic note, as Nelson utilizes his skills to decide that the only way to defeat the Demon King Sabbac is to sacrifice himself, leaving behind his helmet for Hawkman to use before it disappears. The reason behind Dr. Fate's disappearing helmet isn't entirely clear, but the magical helmet's laws can be deduced by examining the comics and the tidbits of information provided in Black Adam. Atom Smasher and Cyclone, two members of the Justice Society, talk about Fate's helmet early on in the film and indicate that the helmet picks and chooses who gets to touch it. This is demonstrated when Hawkman, following Fate's death, utilizes the helmet to access his powers. The helmet then mysteriously vanishes. Black Adam doesn't specify who is eligible to wear Dr. Fate's helmet like it does with other magical objects like Mjolnir. At the same time, it's unclear why Hawkman had access to it, what happened to the helmet, and who will replace Dr. Fate. Implications of the disappearance of Dr. Fate's helmet. The comic book version of Dr. Fate's helmet has feelings and thinks for itself. The Lord of Order, Nabu, resides in Dr. Fate's helmet and provides him with his ability. Dr. Fate's backstory has Kent Nelson being selected as Nabu's champion and then being trained by the god to become a powerful sorcerer. Rather than being a magical artifact with specific requirements for its wearer, Nabu chooses whoever he believes would be most effective in carrying out his will, making the identity of the helmet's wearer a matter of chance. Although Black Adam doesn't explicitly state that Nabu exists, it is safe to presume that the helmet functions similarly to how it does in the comics, given that the film doesn't dive into Dr. Fate's backstory. According to the comic books, the helmet disappeared because Nabu couldn't find a worthy replacement in Kahndaq after Dr. Fate's death, and it's likely that Nabu transferred the helmet to a safer area or to the new leader who will succeed Kent Nelson. Nabu allowed Hawkman to temporarily use the helmet, but now that he's gone, it's certain that someone else will replace Dr. Fate, who can become the new Dr. Fate in the DCEU. Even though Dr. Fate first appeared in the DCEU in Black Adam, there are a plethora of potential candidates for the role. DC Comics has featured many heroes, from Eric and Linda Strauss to Jared Stevens and Khalid Nassour, who have assumed the Dr. Fate identity. Even if none of these heroes currently exist in the DCEU, they may be established rather quickly and become a more permanent version of Black Adam's Dr. Fate whenever the helmet discovers them. Black Adam's Dr. Fate borrows one MCU Iron Man trick, and it's perfect. With his big screen debut in Black Adam, Dr. Fate will be using a technique from the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Iron Man that is tailor-made for his own purposes. Pierce Brosnan makes his first appearance as Kent Nelson, aka Dr. Fate, in Black Adam, while Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's titular character will clash with the Justice Society in the film, as they question the latter's use of violence to exact justice. Dr. Fate, a member of the Justice Society, is positioned to play a significant role in this battle, yet his on-screen depiction is marred by a variety of problems, most of which stem from his physical appearance. Black Adam, however, has a ready-made workaround thanks to a classic MCU ploy. In the comics and stories that inspired the character, Dr. Fate is a powerful magician. He is actually a composite of two heroes, Kent Nelson, who serves as the hero's human and physical form, and the god Nabu, whose spirit resides in Dr. Fate's helmet and bestows upon him tremendous power. When Nabu wants to pose as Dr. Fate, he takes over Kent Nelson's body and assumes his identity. One of Dr. Fate's defining characteristics is his reliance on his helmet, yet this obviously creates challenges when trying to depict him on screen. What's the trick Dr. Fate borrows from Iron Man? The representation of Iron Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe offers a way out of Dr. Fate's predicament. As with the MCU's treatment of shots of Robert Downey Jr. in his Iron Man costume, it appears that Kent Nelson's face will be seen behind his Dr. Fate helmet in some of the film's sequences. The design was adopted by the MCU so that Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of Iron Man could be seen even when he was fully clad in his suit. Similarly, Black Adam's golden helmet hides Pierce Brosnan's face so that his acting skills can shine through. This will allow Brosnan's portrayal to be fully realized with all of its depth, without watering down the character. How Dr. Fate's helmet is similar to Iron Man's, and what power it has. Like Iron Man's HUD, which is built into his helmet, Dr. Fate's headgear also features illuminated graphics and text. The internal camera view and illuminated indicators are visibly the major features shared by both helmets' displays. A heads-up display, or HUD, was integrated into Iron Man's helmet for use during flight, and given that Dr. Fate's abilities are wholly magical, he has no need for such a display. But the helmet of Fate has several magical features and abilities that may be demonstrated in some way on the internal HUD screen. In addition to invulnerability and flight, the user may also receive the abilities of teleportation, telekinesis, and precognition. To fully grasp the personalities of Kent Nelson and Nabu, it is essential to see Pierce Brosnan's performance as Dr. Fate inside the helmet. And as they struggle for mastery over Dr. Fate's superpowers, the audience gets a clearer look at the character's dynamic as they're shown interacting from behind the helmet. With the return of the iconic Iron Man helmet reveal technique, Pierce Brosnan's acting chops will be on full show as Dr. Fate in Black Adam. It's crucial to show the two characters as one in Dr. Fate, thus seeing Kent Nelson inside the helmet is a must. As a result, audiences have a lot to look forward to, with Black Adam bringing sweeping changes to the DCEU. Black Adam's reign is still going strong with domestic box office sales of $71.5 million. Even though it's been a dismal fall season for moviegoers, recent releases like Black Adam have helped keep audiences coming out to the theater. The DC Comics film had the best opening weekend of Dwayne Johnson's career as a starring man, grossing $67 million in the United States and over $142 million internationally. With $4.5 million, the superhero epic has the highest opening Monday and Tuesday of any film released this fall. An additional $71.5 million has been added to the film's domestic gross thanks to this. This was more than the $2.98 million that Paramount's horror smash Smile grossed on its first regular day of release. That is not a holiday or a weekend. This past Monday's success also outpaced the opening weekend earnings of October's Halloween Kills, which was $2.7 million, and Dune, which was $1.7 million. These two movies, however, were both released in conventional and alternative formats. When comparing the two October films, Black Adam earned $2 million on its debut Monday, while Halloween Ends opened at $1.75 million. Black Adam's opening versus other Dwayne Johnson opening weeks. Black Adam is an amazing film, but when placed in context with Johnson's other work, it becomes even more so. On its first domestic Monday, this DC anti-hero movie outgrossed other recent releases from director and producer Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. These include Jumanji: The Next Level, Central Intelligence, Jungle Cruise, Skyscraper, and Rampage. Hobbs & Shaw and San Andreas are the only other movies that have made more money than Black Adam, as far as Dwayne Johnson's starring roles are concerned. However, Hobbs & Shaw only has the upper hand against Black Adam because it is a spin-off of the immensely successful Fast and Furious series. Black Adam's strongest Monday of the fall is a tribute to its potency, even though it may seem weird to emphasize on a Monday box office total. Even though critics were divided on it, audiences found it entertaining. Black Adam is simply a thrilling adventure that appeals to the largest possible audience. The humor is spot on, the action is non-stop, and the actors behave like they stepped right out of the pages of the comics. So guys, have you seen Black Adam? If you have, then kindly tell us what you think about the film. And if you enjoyed watching this video, a like and a share will be much appreciated. Last but not least, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to keep getting more interesting videos like this. See you next time.